Y'all, it's your boy Hippie Camp here to talk to you about Monique's sister and how she is tired of her sister Monique talking this junk. Okay, she's sick of it. She's sick of Monique yipping and yapping, and she got on Facebook and wrote a novel to prove so. I'm not gonna repeat all the novel that she wrote. I'm gonna put the pictures up, and you can put your reading glasses on and read it and do all of that, because they ain't come here for all of that. But it's too much to go through between. Look, Monique been doing a lot between D.L. Hughley and his wife and his daughter. That the stuff she done said about his daughter, the stuff she done called Steve Harvey, and then don't forget the old stuff about Oprah, Tyler Perry, Lee Daniels, and all of this. It's just a whole lot to do with this one situation that I know y'all been keeping up with, that I ain't about to repeat everybody's words in this video. But you get the gist of it. People are tired of it. Her sister wrote a post like, yo, you need to clean your own house before you go to try to mess with other people's houses. You know what I'm saying? You are taking your anger out on the wrong people, and you didn't show up for your own parents' funeral. And she has a problem with how Monique recognizes her fake family, but not her real family. And then she's like, I'm talking about your real family, not your made up family or your wife. You know what I'm saying? Like some people like to call her husband. You know what I'm saying? I say that sometimes too, because it's a weird dichotomy there. Because Monique is an overbearing, loudmouth wench that just talks and she tries to give off this fake submissive thing by calling him daddy, which is so disrespectful and not disrespectful, but it's stupid in the world of business. Why would you go into a business meeting and talk like that in front of other people trying to get a deal and this, that, and that? But anyway, it's like she gives off this fake, like submissive type of thing. But I know who runs that house. That's why your sister got on here and called your husband your wife. Because come on, you are the most loudmouth, just aggressive. You know what I'm saying? It's the whole caricature. And I don't even know why women cheer this on. Like black women, why do y'all get behind this and cheer this on? I hope y'all are as mad as I am about what she said about D.L. Hughley's daughter, especially being that Monique has been through some sexual allegations in her past, and not allegations, but sexual assault in her past, and this, that, and other. And I don't understand why she would think this was the time, platform, or the place to bring this up to some people that she claims she loved and sat at her table, had feet on her table, and all of this. You would talk about my man's daughter and bring up something as touchy as that? Like, you worse than I thought you would. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, she gives off this fake submissive type of thing. But it would be no time that I would bet that he could make her shut up. It would be no time that I could see him putting some bass in his voice, like I said in the Russell Wilson video that all you loudmouth wenches ain't like. You know what I'm saying? All y'all get in the comments. Listen, I'm just saying, I never called Russ a simp. I like Russ. Russ is cool, but he ain't got no bass in his voice. And this is something similar that this dude is going through. He sits there, she calls him daddy. It looks all weird. Some people think he's abusing her. I don't think so. I think she is just hypnotized by that light pole he done dropped on her. He's a much slimmer, more fit man. She's happy to have him because she's huge. Now, granted, she done lost some weight, but Monique she done fluffed back up. She done gained it back. She's big. She's loudmouth. You can't tell her nothing. She won't shut up. She won't sit down. What do you do with that? So when she gets something this fit and this, a regular dude that ain't as big as her, she gonna stick with that. You know what I'm saying? And she gonna pay for every bill that's needed to keep everybody happy. You know what I'm saying? So she gonna keep paying for everything. That's why her sister went so far as to call this dude her wife. You know what I'm saying? But it's just, Monique has done a lot that is just over the top, unnecessary. This is a case that I believe is some janky promoters making stuff happen. You know what I'm saying? This is Ice Cube and Mike Epps running around, slapping people, stealing weeds, stealing money, smoking weed, looking at people over the glass. You know what I'm saying? This is Mike Epps stealing suits and stuff to wear to the event. This is a case of that I think that got crossed up. One was told one thing, D.L. Hughley contract obviously overrided hers because this was a deal memo and she tried to throw under the bus as not being a valid contract. It is a valid contract. I'm going to let my man Ali Sadiq explain that to you in 1 second. But she posted a contract agreement, which was drawn up by her and her husband. And I don't know if the promoters just agreed to both and finesse them both to just, whatever. We just gonna tell them both. I'm gonna tell you headlining. I'm gonna tell him he headlining, and we'll just let y'all figure out together about it. But you could have went to DL before the show went down. You could have went to the promoters before the show went down. You could have just did the show and then took legal action afterward, so the crowd wouldn't know nothing about it. That way, the people that came up and got suited up in gators and went to the show and paid for parking and paid for suits and drinks and weed and all of that could still have their good time. But still, you can behind the scenes figure out what need to be figured out about why this didn't line up like it was supposed to line up. And the deal memo that DL Hughley posted was actual factual. And I'm going to let him explain it to you right now.
So people talk about DL put up a performance agreement. Mm-hmm. That's the contract. It's the summary of the contract, because the contract is longer than that. So he put up the summary of the agreement that's sent to you before you perform. UTA sends you the summary of your agreement, all the main bullet points. This, and this, which is the important. The venue, what you getting paid, where you at in the lineup, blah 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 blah. How do I know this? I'm signed to the same agency. I'm signed to UTA. I get the same exact thing every weekend. That's how you know exactly what you're supposed to be doing. They don't send you that if that's not in your contract. And I'm sitting there looking at it like, UTA heading, but it's not like I'm doubting him. I'm like, this is the thing. Like, I don't know what they talking about. It's supposedly, man, don't know. This man is signed to the number one agency in the world in entertainment. It's worldwide. Anybody can look it up. UTA is the powerhouse of this.
Yo, quick sidebar. My man Josh Adams from the D was on this show. I was so happy to see that he was at the gravity of being on the show with Monique and DL Hughley, even though they got to fight like cats and dogs, this, that, and other. But my dog was on the show. And he from the D, and he hilarious. Go get him, my dog Josh Adams. That was a quick sidebar from your boy. So look, being that she is on her own thing and running things with her own company, she may not get the deal memo things that's going on down with UTA. And I understand that. Her and her daddy is running their own stuff and creating their own contracts and this, that, and the other. But like I say, they maybe could agree to both and just maybe it's some legal action that need to be taken against the promoters. But it's valid. And all I'm saying is the contract that you drew up yourself with your daddy is maybe not, I don't know. Did both parties sign it? I don't know what went on with that. But what I'm saying, it was a more diplomatic. And look, I'm not saying this dude don't have your best interest at hand. Because some people said they didn't want to do business with Monique because of him. You know what I'm saying? Because he's there. He's always there. Why is he always here? I think he's abusive and this, that, and other. First of all, I told you what I think he's doing. I already know he's not. I don't think he's being abusive. I don't think he could be abusive to Monique. She's too big. You know what I'm saying? Even though, I know men can overpower women. She just seemed very baby D-ish to me. Like she would just put him in the dryer if he, said two things to her wrong. But listen, I think he wants... because like, for instance, when they came with the Netflix contract, I thought she was shooting too high when she was talking about what Dave Chappelle was getting and Amy Schumer was getting. No, you're not entitled to that. The Queens of Comedy, which, to be honest, I forgot you did. I didn't know you did the Queens of Comedy, nor did I know that you closed it and you want to use that as a big talking point or a big joke or a big punchline. You know what I'm saying? We forgot. We didn't know, Monique. I don't even remember the Queens of... I have no idea who was on the Queens of Comedy list or who did it or who closed it or whatever. But hang your hat on that. That's cool. But I'm just saying, it maybe he has your best interest at heart, but it is very unprofessional how y'all go about it. Y'all bad for each other. Y'all in business meetings, you calling him daddy, it makes it look bad. They like, we don't want him here. Why don't you want him there? Maybe he's trying to handle her best interest. Maybe he's trying to get something more than 500,000 out of Netflix. I thought that she shouldn't be shooting for Dave Chappelle numbers, but I thought it was disrespectful for them to offer her 500,000 though. You know what I'm saying? She is Monique, but they looking at her numbers. What have your numbers been doing? What have you done for me lately? What can you produce? What can you put in the seats? What can you put on the viewership of the TV? And to them, it said 500,000. I thought that was a little bit disrespectful. I thought it would leave, you know what I'm saying, a couple mil or something, you know what I'm saying? But I thought that maybe be what he was probably fighting for, and then that's probably why they didn't like him. But the thing is, they're bad for each other because even though he tried to handle some business, when the business don't get handled like it's supposed to get handled, she go off on a tangent and go off on a world tour rant talking crazy about Oprah, Tyler Perry, Lee Daniels, and everybody else it is to talk about. Steve Harvey, D.L. Hughley, his wife, his daughter, everybody's coons, everybody's stupid, everybody this, that, and the other. So they're bad for each other. And it don't make no damn type of sense for them to be doing this. Because who do you want to do business with? Neither one of you. I wouldn't want to do business with neither one. Like, y'all coming here, you calling them daddy, all this. Okay, that's turning me off. Then if I don't give you the deal that you want, you go on a parade talking about everybody, calling them coon and this, that, and that. Protesting all that. Come on, man. Monique, you out of place. You've been out of place. I'm glad your sister has mustered up the strength to call you out. If this is true, I'd have made a video about it, so I guess it's going to have to be true. I don't know what to tell you, but I'm just saying, everybody's sick of it. You definitely crossed the line when you talked about D.L. Hughley's daughter and her trauma. And I just thought for you to be someone that went through that was just very disrespectful. But hey, tell me what you think about it. This your boy P. Camp. I've been talking too long. Let me know what you think, man. Get at your boy.